good looking. What is going on, YouTube? So, I just figured it's about 1, 2, 3 months after I just left the military. I'm in Austin, Texas, and forgot to zoom out there. So I'm in Austin, Texas for the weekend. It's about 3 months since I left the military. I'm kind of gonna make this video about some things that I learned now that I've been out for 3 months, some observations that I had, and maybe some mistakes you could avoid as well. But no, obviously the world's a little bit different, and life's good as always. We're gonna go to this thing called the Bear Performance Nutrition Athletic Club, and some other cool things. If you guys know who the YouTuber Jason Bird's Military Bottom Line is, we're going to be YouTube living sometime soon, but it's okay. But first, we're gonna go to the gym. As I stated in my other previous videos, I just got done losing a F-ton of weight, so you guys get to see this grand display of non-athleticism and average physique, but it's okay though, we get to stay healthy. So I guess let me get into my first point though. kind of expect the unexpected, right? So I wanted to do this whole 10-minute section on how great Buc-ee's was, the best gas station in America, but there's a lot of crashes on the road. Being in the military, you know, always taught me to keep my expectations low and my standards high, and that's kind of what I'm kind of going into life with. Now, that's out of all the advice I'm going to give in this video, that's probably going to be the only comical one that I'm going to give you, because I actually have good advice to tell you guys. Okay, let's go mix this pre-workout out. I'm going to go make a cutoff because it is hotter than hell. I am a man of faith, and if this is what if hell's hotter than this, I am not interested. Okay, so that was a mouthful. I'll go chop this up. Let's go do it. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I fucked up here. So I tried to make a cutoff because I made like the best thing ever in like 20 seconds, and she already made it to the standard, right? Because she was in the Army. Well, she's still in. I was in the Army. We like standards, right? So
that's right.
For all the men out there, this is why ladies live longer. But I'm about to show you guys in just a second what we're rocking for our pre-workout. What you know about this, right? So let me know in the comments if this is too much. But we have BPN Flight here, the same pre-workout I've been using since 2018. And there's like, okay, 2 of these scoops is about 600 milligrams. And then I'm gonna add some of this endo pump. You know, your boy's not very aesthetic at the moment, but I'm gonna try and catch that quote unquote pump that you guys like. Let me know in the comments, is this too much? Because this is like, people in my life are kind of saying that I should probably go seek help or something, but I've been doing this for a while. I'm a seasoned professional, so let's go to the gym. Alright guys, so I'm getting in the habit of literally taking my camera with me everywhere I go, because you never know what's going to happen, right? What if Odell Beckham Jr. pops out of the woods somewhere and makes a one-handed football catch and I didn't have my camera with me? Shout out to Odell, I hope he gets signed next year. Anyway, this should go without saying, but I like to be very blunt with things, right? Being a fat fuck when you get out of the military does not help your situation whatsoever, right? For me, it's a lot still early wake-ups, working on myself, doing all these other things, but I cannot do that when I'm in the hospital for being fat. And yeah, I will put this on YouTube because, I mean, it's my opinion, right? Your health issues, being to like a physical weight standard isn't just something you should be in the military for, because honestly, you can do that anywhere. You could do that without being in the military. I was going on Indeed.com, and that was one of the biggest reasons why people joined the military in the past 3 years, is because they want to get in better shape. I'm sorry, but if that's your only reason, you're in for a rude awakening. But being out of the military, it helps and saves money on your life insurance. So we're at the gym. It's called the House of Gains. Let's get this money. All right, guys, so I had a number in my head, but it's okay. We're just gonna work out. Main thing is that you stay healthy. We're at the House of Gains. We're gonna be doing some Olympic lifting here. Just gonna be doing some workout here, but just staying healthy. Didn't really eat a lot today, so like we're just gonna wrap it out, no big deal. So let's get to it.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper?
non-alcoholic beer. Don't get too excited. Got ourselves some good scenery right here. We are at the El Monumento. I said that in the most non-Hispanic way possible. Anybody that's of Argentinian descent watching, I'm sorry I put my whole country to shame. Anyway. What's going on, people?
We still doing okay, y'all?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's my homie right there, though. Fist bump. 1 second, gonna go order some food.
He's just trying to get you guys to buy more food.
Street corn. This actually looks like an absolute banger. I've never had street corn before. And we got some tacos. And me coming from El Paso, I will scrutinize these hardly, and I'll let you know. Okay. So enough bullshitting. Let's get back to the topic of this episode here. Okay. So let's talk about life cycle. Right, and I'm gonna get real serious when I say this. So I think 3 months or so afterwards, it taught me that you have to make a series of mistakes in order to achieve the quantifiable result, right? And there's just no way around that. I think that the military taught me is that you got to make this elaborate plan, and it's probably gonna fuck up the first time. It's okay. You have the quantifiable result to go back and then you can try again. And I'm gonna take that lesson everywhere I go. I already applied it to coding. It was looking pretty suspect when I first started. I'm gonna apply that to like startup culture. I'm gonna apply that to faith. I'm gonna apply that everything. Because I feel like nobody's perfect at anything. Like just a little bit about me, myself. One of my main goals, which has nothing to do with anything that I like. I don't know how to ride a bike. So that's one of my main goals in 2022. We're gonna learn how to ride a bike, and guess what? I'm gonna fall off the first time and scrape the hell out of my shit. But that just goes to say, right? If you give something enough time and you learn from your mistakes, you can be successful at almost anything. So let's go to the next point here. So let's talk about being strategic, right? You feel like that you've heard that word from every Instagram guru everywhere, but what does that actually mean? So being in the military taught me to be strategic about everything from who I am as a person to my finances. Yeah, let's just talk about that for example. Inflation is about, what, 9.1%, right? But I left the military being debt-free. I have an additional source of income, and I got my finances straight, right? Because I feel like in order to be good for other people, you got to be good with yourself. Also, setting strategic goals. If you've heard the acronym SMART, just be honest with yourself and make a plan for literally everything. I have a plan for everything, even if I know it's probably not going to work out the first time, but that's just kind of how I operate. I hate ambiguity, even though that's how life is, but I like to go into everything very roughly, no matter what status you are. So, yeah. Yeah, so did I talk about self-development, right? Yeah, okay. Let's talk about that for a little bit. I used to hate reading because you know you have to look at books for like a very long time, and then each of the letters is very tedious to read. Just kidding, I'm not that much of an idiot. But I would say self-development's key, right? They kind of taught you that in the military. Oh, make sure you're reading books about this leadership dude that I really don't care about sometimes. But no, there's a method to the madness, right? When you read, you do all the self-development. You learn from people's mistakes so you can avoid them in the future, and then you learn about morals, methods, techniques, and all that other good stuff. I wake up in the morning, and before I run, I actually do some sort of self-development. Podcast, keeping up with the news, all that other good stuff, because I believe that just leads to the more well-rounded person, and it gives you a good way to be subjective to everything that you learn about. So, before I kind of like wrap up my points for the day here, I'm gonna go crush this because it's calling my name, but I just thought I would highlight those things to you, right? What's going on YouTube? So, we just got back from the Bear Performance Nutrition Athletic Club, and that was kind of just like a community building. We played some beach volleyball and just got to meet a lot of like-minded people. So before I go to my next 2 points, yeah, here's just some highlight reels. I didn't want to record too much, just want to keep it low-key. Spend a lot of time meeting people. I think in the age of being digital, I think authentic human interaction is key. So yeah, here we go.
And I'm feeling good.
Okay, so now we're back, and this leads me to my 2 points wrapped up into one. And one that would be meeting with like-minded people, and one I would say just finding that community and belonging, especially after you leave the military. You know, you might think that you have it all figured out at one point, but you would be surprised, whether that's be through friend groups, working towards a cause. Just find those like-minded people that are always progressive, always on point, and always focused. And I'm a believer that you can't really go through this whole life thing by yourself, right? Humans were meant to be with other humans, and yeah, that's how life goes. And in the military, you're kind of forced to collaborate. You're kind of forced to work on ideas together. You're forced to formulate, do those other things. But when all that's kind of taken away from you, that's the importance of community, right?
Excuse me, sir. Can I have a photo with you?
Oh, sure, if you want to. This whole YouTube video, this whole weekend has been like all over the place, but this is what we're working with here. We got a big slice from 600 Degree Pizza, and it's spicy San Jose, so we're gonna see how it goes. And yeah, guys, so let me go over my next point, right? Because this episode is supposed to mean something. Let's go over being grateful. So that's what, oops, sorry, forgot the zoom feature here. So it's put in a pretty perilous situation back in El Paso, where I had to deal with, back when I was in the military, dealing with Syrian refugee crisis, COVID, Mexican refugee crisis, just trying to figure that all out, right? And it made me, things that taught me 3 months later is to be grateful for everything you have, because somebody always has it worse. So I'm about to kill this slice, and then tonight we're going what's called line dancing, which I have not done before, but my friends want to do it. So I'm gonna fast forward to the whole line dancing part, and I'm gonna show you guys what unathleticism looks like. Okay, that was a mouthful. Yeah, let's do it. Showed up at the best gas station ever. Did a terrible job of this vlog, guys. Sorry, I wanted to be present where I was at, so did BPN Athletic Club, went square dancing last night. Need to do my homework. Didn't do so hot, but guys, the last thing is just have fun and be present where you're at, right? All these things on Reddit, stay off of Reddit, Facebook groups, and all that stuff. The transition period is just you paying your dues to one organization and you go into another one. You just gotta find out what your purpose is, what your values are, and just stick to those. Mine's God, purpose, passion, and a few other things, and that's all you really need to know. So let's go get some overpriced gas, and I'm gonna, bonus footage, I'm gonna show you the best gas station in America, and I'm gonna let you know why. Because key hint, there's barbecue on the inside, right? One of America's many wonders. Alright guys, no, there's really no need to do B-roll today, and sorry, I look terrible right now. This isn't just a regular gas station, right? This is America's gas station. So back when I was living in Maryland, I literally thought Wawa's was the best thing ever, but check this out, right? This place has literal barbecue, right? Like how can you get mad at this? So, you know, you got your bakery, you can get your tacos and burritos. I'm trying to keep the workers in here and all that good stuff, but yeah, you got jerky, you got all this apparel and like Texas things, and like guys, how can you get mad at a place like this, right? This is awesome. If God sent a piece of heaven down to earth, it'd probably be a Buckee's. So I'm about to go chow down on some Buckee's. We're about 2 hours away from Houston, but I just thought I would just show you guys what America's gas station looked like real quick, because you know it's more than just gas. You got barbecue in here. This is Texas. Texas is the land of opportunity. Yeah, but I love it here. Anyway guys, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for hanging out with me in Austin, Texas this weekend, but I'll see you guys later.